Anomalisa is the latest work of one of my favourite movie makers, Charlie Kaufman. A stop-motion animated film about a character's struggles with relationships and society. It's a short movie and takes place over a short period of time, and with the use of long, drawn-out scenes, the movie almost feels like it's moving in real time, giving us a very genuine connection with the character and his mindset. The first third of the movie is very nondescript and keeps you guessing. It ever so slightly nods to its upcoming surrealism, but stays fairly grounded. I think this sets up the characters nicely, but it did feel a little lackluster, only because the second third was packed with content, and this was my favourite and in my opinion the strongest part of the movie. We had multiple interesting character interactions that had fantastic flow of the story, and a number of the movie's themes are brought up and pondered. This added to the depth of the narrative and really engaged me with the film. I was completely engrossed into this character's dilemma. The brilliant characterization and thematic development is what spawns the movie's main problem for me. The third act, well, it's kind of non-existent. Now this has caused quite a lot of inner conflict with me. Basically what happens is the movie takes everything it's built up and, with a scene of exposition, hands it to the viewer. Unlike Kaufman's other works, it offers no consideration for the questions it brings up. Now normally I'd write this off immediately, but with Anomalisa I had a feeling that this was purposely done. A lot of the themes brought up in the movie relate to the idea of having no conclusion and being overwhelmed with confusion. There's definitely a part of me that kinda liked the way it just dropped everything and ran. I mean, I can't say it didn't leave an impact, but with other works like Synecdoche, New York, I can't help but imagine what could have been. But there were sections that were inexcusably avoided. This isn't a spoiler, but the characters in the movie are models or puppets, tying into the themes of the movie, and there's a scene where our main character confronts this idea. I almost jumped out of my seat with the thoughts of what Kaufman can do with this concept. But the movie just kinda ends before really addressing it again. It's not that the movie felt incomplete, but I can't help but think what they could have done if they went down the route of a more philosophical and self-analytical narrative such as Synecdoche, New York. Of course I can't not mention the visuals in this movie. One of the most unique and expressive visual styles I've ever seen. It was simple, bland and unfocused, but it worked so well with the movie. At points it was hypnotic, trapping you into this dull, artificial world that the character lives in. Anomalisa might not be one of Charlie Kaufman's most ambitious movies, but it can stand on its own and offers some interesting narrative streams. It's a movie psychedelic in its effect, but opposite in its appearance and attitude.